Yo guys, so this is a bit of a different video, but in this one I just kind of want to explain one of the best skills that can make you 20 to 30k a month quite easily in your 20s online, okay? This is the skill that I've been using for the last 3 years, and it's the skill that helped me move out to Thailand. Currently I'm in Hoi, sorry, no, not Hoi Hin, that was like a month ago. I'm in Khao Yai with my friends. We got a nice villa for the weekend, and it is the skill that changed my life. Like, quite literally, this skill gives me the ability to make money anywhere I want. I can be traveling around Thailand, I can be in Bangkok, I can be in Bali. I'm actually going to Bali in 3 days time on the 10th of October with some of my friends. We're gonna get a villa there. And it just is, in my opinion, one of the best skills to learn, because it gives you not just loads of money, like the potential to make a lot of money, but the freedom to travel and make money wherever you want. Okay, you can be back in England where I'm from, or you can be in Thailand, or you can be in Bali, or you can be in Dubai. You can make money anywhere. And the best part about this is that I don't have employees. I don't actually need anyone else in my team other than myself. As long as I have the skill, then I can sit on my laptop for an hour a day, press a button or two, and make upwards of 20, 30, 50, 100k a month eventually, right? And this skill is trading, okay? A lot of people know about trading. It's one of the most talked about things probably in the online space, but not a lot of people actually make money from it. And I do, right? I've been doing this for the last 3 years. You guys can see proof of this all over my social media, and it has hands down changed my life, okay? This is not some scripted video. This is not planned. I'm literally just walking around doing steps, and I thought, you know what, let's just record some sort of raw form video for you guys, because, you know, the trading space right now is so messed up. There's people selling signals, there's people selling courses who aren't even profitable. There's so much going on, and it's very, very tricky to actually know what to do to make trading work, right? And that's kind of what I'll be explaining in this short 10-minute video, right? A few tips that I recommend you should do in order to actually master trading, okay? So yeah, the first tip is gonna be, you have to seriously work on your routine and your discipline before you can ever become profitable, right? This is something that goes before even learning a strategy. If you aren't disciplined, if you don't go to the gym, if you're not in a good routine and you don't have good habits, right, you're not going to be able to be successful. And this is something that people don't even bother explaining, because all they want to do is just sell you the strategy, sell you the dream. But if I'm being totally honest, trading is one of the hardest ways to make easy money. And what I mean by this is, once you know how to trade, you can make money anywhere in the world, okay? But to learn how to trade is very, very difficult. However, once you have it, like I said, it takes maybe an hour or so a day, and I could be making my old monthly income in that time. So once you have it, you're good to go. But it does take a lot of time and dedication, and that is going to come through discipline. So the first tip I would say is, forget the strategies, right? Forget the learning, forget the demo testing. You need a good routine first to really have the skill to be a trader in the first place, okay? Second thing, learn one strategy. When I started learning how to trade, there was so much noise on YouTube, right? There was so many different courses, so many different things to learn. SMC, ICT, trend lines, you know, you got the whole lot out there, right? But what I recommend doing is not just learning multiple strategies, but focusing on one, okay? Because when you can focus on one strategy, you're gonna be a professional in that one strategy. A lot of people think that you need to have loads of knowledge across loads of different strategies to be successful. And a lot of people think that the more you know, the more you're gonna make on the charts, but it's actually the total opposite. Because when you have loads of information, you are not gonna be a master at anything, right? The best thing to do in any business model, in any sort of aspect of your life, is to master one thing, and that's the only thing, okay? So when people go and they try and learn 5 different strategies at the same time, that is why they're not successful. So a very, very easy tip is get rid of the noise, okay? Because trading too many things is just guaranteed to make you overtrade and not be a master at anything, okay? So that's something really, really important. And now, leading on from that, the best place to learn, right? I would say first of all is going to be YouTube, but it depends on how committed you are to really making trading work. I had a mentor, okay? And I would recommend, based on my personal experience, to get yourself a mentor as well, because it really does just speed up the process massively, and it really does make you learn how to trade literally 10 times quicker, because you have somebody who has experience doing this teaching you how they did it. So instead of you now going on YouTube trying to work it out for yourself, you have somebody doing it for you and helping you along the way, which for me is the most valuable part about having a mentor, okay? And if you have the money, I would recommend doing that, but of course not everyone does. So that's why I'm not gonna say you need a mentor, but I would say if you can, you should get one, okay? Now, point number 3, leading on from the strategy stuff, is gonna be your psychology. You need to have good psychology when you are trading, and this can be in the form of emotional control. If you can't control your emotions when you are in a trade, you're just gonna over-risk, over-trade, and no matter how good your strategy is, if your psychology is bad, it doesn't matter, right? You're still gonna be a bad trader. You're still gonna underperform. And that is why psychology is so important. Okay, so those are a few things that I recommend you can improve on to become a trader. And I guess kind of next steps, if that is something that you are looking to do, is, really just take a step back and look at your performance over the last couple of months and think to yourself, what have I done the same that I haven't changed, and change it, right? Change something about your strategy, or maybe just refine your strategy, or try and improve your psychology, or try and have a better routine. And when you can make those changes, that's when your trading will improve. A lot of people think that adding more is gonna help them become more successful, whether that's adding more strategies or just overcomplicating it, but keep it simple, refine down and work on your edge, and eventually trading will pay off. And then another bonus tip is give yourself time to be successful, right? This is not gonna happen overnight. Personally, for me, I tried signals before becoming a successful trader. I lost probably about $5,000 in the process. And then eventually, once I took it seriously, that's when I saw success, right? So there's gonna be a lot of times where you wanna quit. There's gonna be a lot of times where you think you're not seeing success at that strategy and you should change strategy. But the best thing to do is just stick to one strategy, okay? Whoever I teach my strategy to, I just say to them, look, I can't guarantee you success in X amount of time, but I can guarantee that if you keep going at the strategy, it will eventually work. And that goes for you guys watching the video as well. Believe in yourself and believe in the strategy, believe in the proven energy that it has, because every strategy can work and eventually it will work, right? But you need to believe in yourself, believe in the system, and eventually it will pay off, okay? And another thing as well is a lot of people might be showing off all of this stuff on social media. Most of it is fake, okay? So don't be fooled on what you see on social media. Just believe in yourself, right? Set yourself some personal goals and try and achieve those goals, and don't be influenced by some guy making 100K a month from trading, because he probably isn't. He's probably just selling signals, okay? So that is just some honest advice. I'm gonna go back to the boys because we've got to head back to Bangkok soon. But yeah, hopefully that helped, and I'll see you guys on the next one.